September 30th, 2016. Europe's Rosetta Comet mission ends when the probe dives into the surface of Comet 67P Churyumov-Gerasimenko in a planned suicide before the solar power runs out.
It's been great news. The signal has been re-established with the comet, and that shows that Philae is working. We don't quite know where Philae is yet, but the fact that there is radio contact means that all systems seem to be go. There's certainly been quite a lot of data come back from some of the instruments on board the Philae lander, and the instrument scientists are all busy poring over those and trying to find out what they mean. So it's a lot more cheerful faces around the place this morning.
Well, that's good to hear. Do we know how stable it is at the moment?
No, we don't know. That's one of the things we won't know until we get some better images, and we believe that in a couple of hours' time there are going to be some really good images being released. That's what the rumour is around here. So we do know that the ice screws did not fire on the legs as it landed, and these are one-shot things. You know, you can't reactuate them, and so the chances are that Philae is possibly never going to be anchored until the drill gets going. And the drill is a scientific instrument. It's not supposed to be anchoring the lander to the comet. So it's always going to be a bit of a worry. But just even getting the data so far is wonderful. The next concern for the instrument scientists is how long will the batteries last? And wherever Philae has ended up, is it going to have enough sunlight to charge up for the solar panels to charge up the batteries? That's why it's so important to find out where Philae is.
Years for this.
I waited years. I'm just so excited. I'm gonna cry. I'm sorry. It's fantastic. It's fantastic. It's wonderful. It's really, really wonderful. Sorry.
You want to sit down now, don't you?
Sorry, now I'll try and be a professional scientist. This is an amazing moment for a European Space Agency history.
Emotion just came over you.
Oh, I'm so happy. It's just wonderful. It's just unbelievable. We've waited so long, and now it's happening.
The sun's rising behind you. It's coming up fast.
Hey, shields down.
Oh, Christ. Get the hell out of there!
Oh God, we're losing one. He's got escape velocity 1,000 feet and climbing.
Mark McHale, get the hell out!
December 11th, 2017. President Donald Trump signed Space Policy Directive 1, which instructs NASA to send astronauts back to the Moon, rather than to a near-Earth asteroid, as former President Barack Obama had ordered. as a stepping stone to Mars.
Didn't know what time it was, the lights were low, oh, oh. I leaned back on my radio, oh, oh. Some cat was laying down some rock and roll, that is all he said. Then the loud sound, it seemed to fade, came back like a slow voice on a wave of bass. That was no DJ, that was hazy cosmic time. There's a starman waiting in the sky. He'd like to come and meet us, but he thinks he'd blow our minds. There's a starman waiting in the sky. He's told us not to blow it, 'cause he knows it's all worthwhile. He told me, let the children use it, let the children use it, let all the children boogie.
February 6, 2018. With the payload of a dummy and a Tesla car, SpaceX's maiden flight of the Falcon Heavy rocket lifts off from Launch Pad 39A at Kennedy Space Center in Florida at 3:45 p.m.
It's a god-awful small affair to the girl with the mousy hair, but her mummy is yelling no, and her daddy has told her to go, but her friend is nowhere to be seen. Now she walks through her sunken dream to the seat with the clearest view, and she's hooked to the silver screen. But the film is a sad thing for she's lived it 10 times or more. She could spit in the eyes of fools if they ask her to focus on sailors fighting in the dance hall. Oh man, look at those cavemen go. It's the freakiest show. Take a look at the long man beating up the wrong guy. Oh man, wonder if you'll ever know who's in the best-selling show. Is there life on Mars?
January 3, 2019. China's Change 4 lander and Yutu-2 rover landed at Von Karman crater on the dark side of the moon. The mission marks the first time a spacecraft has soft landed on the moon's far side. May 2019. Starlink is a satellite internet constellation operated by SpaceX, providing satellite internet access coverage to 40 countries. It aims for worldwide mobile phone service after 2023. December 21, 2020. The Great Conjunction of Saturn and Jupiter fell on a date of the Northern Hemisphere's winter solstice. Jupiter and Saturn can be seen next to each other, which has not occurred in more than 400 years, say scientists. December 25, 2021. Considered the launch of the decade, NASA spent 25 years and $10 billion to build its next space observatory, the James Webb Space Telescope. JWST uses a set of golden mirrors to peer into the depths of the universe. March 23, 2022. Hubble spots the farthest star ever seen, nicknamed Earendel, and according to NASA, its light took 12.9 million years to get here. Natural gravitational lensing acted as a powerful magnifying glass, allowing the telescope to see it.
NASA's Hubble Space Telescope has established an extraordinary new benchmark, detecting the light of a star that existed within the first billion years after the universe's birth in the Big Bang, the farthest individual star ever seen to date. The newly detected star is 12.9 billion light-years away, meaning that the light took 12.9 billion years to reach Earth. The previous record was 9 billion light-years away. Normally at these distances, entire galaxies look like small, dim smudges with the light from millions of stars blending together. But the galaxy hosting this star was magnified and distorted by gravitational lensing into a long crescent that astronomers named the Sunrise Arc. Gravitational lensing occurs when a tremendous mass warps the fabric of space, creating a powerful natural magnifying glass that distorts and greatly amplifies the light from distant objects behind it. The combined mass of a foreground group of galaxies created a lens that allowed astronomers to see this distant star. After studying the galaxy in detail, they determined that one feature is an extremely magnified star that they called Earendel, which means morning star in Old English. The research team estimates that Earendel is at least 50 times the mass of our Sun and millions of times as bright, rivaling the most massive stars known. Earendel existed so long ago that it may not have had all the same raw materials as the stars around us today. Studying Earendel will be a window into an era of the universe that we are unfamiliar with, but that led to everything we know today.
Listen to this. Whenever life gets you down, Mrs. Brown, and things seem hard or tough, and people are stupid, obnoxious or daft, and you feel that you've had quite enough, just remember that you're standing on a planet that's evolving and revolving at 900 miles an hour. That's orbiting at 19 miles a second, so it's reckoned a sun that is the source of all our power. The sun and you and me and all the stars that we can see are moving at 1,000,000 miles a day in an outer spiral arm at 40,000 miles an hour of the galaxy we call the Milky Way. Our galaxy itself contains 100 billion stars. It's 100,000 light years side to side. It bulges in the middle, 16,000 light years thick, but out by us it's just 3,000 light years wide. We're 30,000 light years from galactic central point. We go round every 200 million years. And our galaxy is only one of millions of billions in this amazing and expanding universe. Keeps on expanding and expanding in all of the directions it can whiz, as fast as it can go at the speed of light, 12 million miles a minute, and that's the fastest speed there is. So remember when you're feeling very small and insecure, how amazingly unlikely is your birth. and pray that there's intelligent life somewhere up in space, 'cause there's bugger all down here on Earth.
Makes you feel so sort of insignificant.